I'd like to introduce a new product, PointFire Translator Express. This is a new product that translates SharePoint Modern pages and the content of SharePoint document libraries. There's already a PointFire product called PointFire Translator Server. PointFire Translator Express has similar functionality, but it's a lot easier to install. It's just an app. It doesn't need a server at all. You just install it from Microsoft App Source, add it to the site, to any site that you want. Once it's in there in the site contents page, there's going to be a little bubble on the bottom right-hand side of your page. And if you click on that, you can get started doing the configuration. So here I can either click the gear icon or there's a red message telling me I need to configure it. I'll click on configure. And then you'll see that there are 4 blank fields here. And in order to do that, I have to run a configuration script. There's a script, there's a manual. It's all very handy. The script is going to provision 2 different Azure accounts. One is Azure Storage Service, and the other one is Azure Translator API Service. And these are provisioned within your own account for security and for compliance. And you may wonder, why don't we just provide a cloud service? And it is for that security. None of it goes to a third party. Even Microsoft can't see anything you're doing. It's configured as no trace. So there is no record of what you have translated. And they are private endpoints, so you can configure the security as you see fit. Okay, so I'm going to run the script now. So now the script has been run. The fields have been filled in with the values that were spit out by that provisioning script. It's all grayed out on the screen, of course. And what we have here is we have configured the Azure Storage Service. We're updating the configuration. We can test the configuration beforehand. And once the configuration is in there, let's see about translating a document. So we have a document in a document library. We're going to select the document and we'll see in the command bar that there's a new button called Translate Now. Translate Now will bring up the source and the target languages. It is the languages that you've selected for your site. If you haven't already configured, you can click on this button, open the site languages, and configure the alternate languages for your site. If it's already there, if you're using either multilingual page publishing or PointFire 365, it's already configured. We're translating now, and we'll see what this translation looks like. It takes just a few seconds. And the document has been translated. Let's just have a quick look at it, and we'll see that the content of the document of the English document has been translated to French. You'll notice that the name is going to be the original name plus the language that it's translated to. That keeps it unique. This is what happens when you're using the free version. If you're using the full version, the features are a little different. There are a few added features. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete this translation and then retranslate it using the full license version. I want to delete. So it's deleted. So now we will use the full version. I'm just going to go to Translate Now just so that I can see the configuration of the gear icon there. And I can add a license key here. It's grayed out, but I'm adding a license key that I've gotten from PointFire. If you don't have one, you can use 30-day-trial, or you can click on request a license and ask for a free trial from them. So the license has been updated. So now what we have is it's been upgraded to the full version with the additional features. Let's see what that does in terms of translating the document. The difference when you translate a document, there's a slightly higher quality of translation. But I'll just show you. Click the Translate button. So now it's translated, and you see that the name of the document file has been translated as well. And if there were any text metadata in there, it would have translated the text metadata. that is attached to the document. So some useful additional features. But the really great features is the translation of pages. This is what you get in the full version that you don't have in the free version. So you can translate a page either from the page library here by clicking on Translate Now, but you can also translate it directly from the page. So when you're finished editing it and saving it, you can just press the Translate Now right on the page. I'll go to the page and show you what that looks like. Just a small page. There's a Translate Now button there, and it will translate to the other sites of the page. It's going to work in one way. If you're using multilingual page publishing feature, then it's going to translate in a way which is consistent with that. If you're using PointFire 365, it will translate in a way that's consistent with that solution. And if you have neither one installed, then it will just translate the page, tag it by language, and just leave it there. And then the redirection is up to you. So it works exactly like translation of documents. There's a source language. There is a target language. You can select one or more of the target languages. In this case, there's only one there, so it defaults to that. And then when I translate it, then I can navigate to it using the language toggle if I've got the language toggle in there from multilingual page publishing, or I can go directly to the page, and we see the page called Tous pour un. So in this case, the page name has been translated, and the content of the page has been translated. So just to summarize, you go to App Source to get PointFire Translator Express. Once you have put it on your site, you then go through the configuration steps, and then you have the free version, which lets you translate documents into any of the languages of the site. That never expires. That's free forever. If you upgrade to the full version, then you get some additional features that have to do with translation quality, and you also get the ability to translate modern pages, something that Microsoft does not give you. And that is integrated into the multilingual page publishing feature, or it will integrate with PointFire 365 as well. Or you can just use it standalone without anything else. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that you go to the App Store and try it.